and it will be very. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? My name is
Yes.
Elizabeth Kiza. I am Mr. Vincent's assistant. He is the program manager, and I will be working with him going forward. Yes, it's nice to meet all of you. I hope and pray you enjoy this experience and get something from it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Elizabeth. I know you've received a lot of emails from Elizabeth. Now you can be able to attach the face to the email. Thank you very much. They always say written is dead, but oral is alive. So, Lynn, kindly introduce yourself. Lynn?
Vincent, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, please introduce yourself. We can hear you very well.
I'm not able to. Hello, Vincent.
Yes, we can hear you, Lynn. Proceed.
Okay, sawa. Hi, everyone. My name is Lino Dur. I'm the Executive and Programs Assistant at the Global Peace Foundation, Kenya. And I'm looking forward to the meeting. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Mike, the floor. You're muted, Mike.
Can you hear me now?
Very well. We can hear you very well.
Okay, yes. My name is Michael Gitao. I am the comms lead at GPF Kenya. Nice meeting you all, and I'm looking forward to the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mike. Tunajua sasa wewe ndio utakuwa unacheza na hizi mawaya. So switching from one presentation to the other. Thank you. And allow me now to officially invite our CEO to introduce himself and also to highlight why the President Fellowship. This is his brainchild. And I know he's going to give us some strong words of wisdom and also help us to understand more and unpack the President Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award. Karibu sana, Mr. Daniel. Daniel, you can hear me? Maybe we will bring him later on. So maybe before that, I'll request, is there any other staff from the GPF team that has not introduced him or herself? If there is none, then I'll be able to, first of all, invite two of our alumni who are represented here to also introduce themselves. So I'll start with Mercy. Mercy, if you are here, kindly introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mercy Okemo, an alumni Cohort 5. Very happy to be here this day.
Yes, so Mercy is one of the winners for Cohort 5. There were 4 of them. Mercy, it will have been very nice to see you on video. If you could open your video, the better. We will really want to connect the voice to the face, if you don't mind.
I will. I promise I'll show my video next week. I'm in a hospital with my baby is not feeling well, but I will show my video the next meeting.
Okay,
allow me, please. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. So Maxwell, if you are here, you are one of the winners for Cohort 5. Please introduce yourself. I've seen he's mentioned that we'll be joining at around 4:20 in the next 1 minute. but we will proceed. So now we want to start officially the orientation session. As I mentioned, my name is Vincent. So the President Fellowship Program is an annual youth mentorship program geared towards developing the next generation of leaders. So this particular initiative was started in 2001 under the stewardship and the patronage of Dr. Manu Chandaria. So Dr. Manu Chandaria is the patron of the Global Peace Foundation Kenya since the inception of the organization. To know what is Global Peace Foundation Kenya. So Global Peace Foundation Kenya is an international NGO that works in 25 countries. So in Africa, we are in 4 countries, namely Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Nigeria. So under the President Fellowship Program, which is geared towards developing the next generation of leaders, we are keen to intentionally mentor, work with, and deliberately engage with the young people, because we believe that the young people are not leaders of tomorrow, they are leaders of today and the future. So we were able to engage with our patron, Dr. Manu Chandaria, and he was able to accept to start a mentorship program for the young people in partnership with the Global Peace Foundation Kenya. And before I highlight more about the President Fellowship, allow me to invite our CEO and the regional African representative, Mr. Daniel, to give us his opening remarks and also highlight more about the program. Thereafter, you'll be able to hand it over to me, Daniel, to take them through the remaining bit. So Daniel, karibu sana. Before Daniel comes in, Maureen, if you are here, please, you can introduce yourself.
Thank you, Vincent. Hi, everyone. My name is Maureen Kemunto. I am in charge of education at Global Peace Foundation Kenya, and I'm glad to be in this meeting. Looking forward to working with you all. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much, team. Thank you very much. And now I would like to call upon my colleague who is going to take us through the ground rules as we wait for Daniel to join. We will give him an opportunity towards the tail end. So Elizabeth, kindly read for us maybe the netiquette. So I know we are dealing with a large number of people, so it's good to have advocate that will be able to guide how we engage in this online platform. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes, good. I'm going to take you through the rules and regulations of the President's Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award 2026. And I will start with on program participation and eligibility. The first one is in regards to admissions. Access to training materials is granted only after official admission. The second one is on integrity. All personal and professional data provided must be 100% accurate. On commitment, fellows are expected to remain dedicated for the full duration of the program. And on withdrawal, any departure must be handled through a formal process in which you will get in touch with either Mr. Vincent, our program manager, or me. So on attendance and engagement, firstly, mandatory attendance. Fellows must attend all virtual sessions, webinars, and mentorship meetings. Second, the 90% rule. You are required to maintain a minimum of 90% participation across all activities. Third is on active contribution. Engagement isn't passive. Participate in discussions, complete assignments, and join community activities. So we'll then go to the code of conduct. Firstly, professionalism. Treat facilitators, mentors, and peers with the utmost respect. Secondly is zero tolerance. Harassment, discrimination, hate speech, or misconduct will result in immediate action. Thirdly, the fellowship core. Participants in this program must embody the values of leadership, service, and ethical responsibility in every interaction. On academic learning and requirements, our first rule and regulation is on deadlines. Complete all modules and assessments within the stipulated timelines. Secondly is on academic integrity. Plagiarism or any form of dishonesty will lead to disciplinary action or removal from the program. Third is application. Learning shouldn't stay in the classroom. Apply your knowledge to real-world community service. On technology and online learning etiquette, our first rule and regulation is on preparedness. Participants must ensure reliable internet access and functioning devices. Secondly is on punctuality. Make sure you join all sessions on time. Thirdly is privacy. Recording or sharing program content without official authorization is strictly prohibited. On fees and financial commitment, our first rule and regulation is on payment plans. I believe everyone now has got an idea on payment plans. If not, you shall get in touch with me and I will respond to you on that. Registration fees must be cleared according to the approved schedule. Second is on policies. All payments are subject to the program's formal financial policies. Third is on documentation. Official receipts will be issued for every transaction. Please keep these for your records. On communication channels, our first rule and regulation is on official platforms. Firstly, regularly check your emails, the learning portal, and official WhatsApp or communication groups, as that is where we'll communicate everything regarding this program. Secondly is on professional tone. All correspondence must be conducted respectfully and professionally. Thirdly is on responsibility. It is the fellows or the participants' responsibility to stay updated on all official announcements. On community service and practical engagement, our first rule and regulation is on compulsory action. Participation in community service learning activities is a non-negotiable requirement. Second is on documentation. Participants should submit all project reports and documentation on time. Thirdly is on ambassadorship. You represent the Chandaria Legacy Award. Therefore, you should act as a positive role model in your community. On certification and graduation, our first rule is on completion. Certificates are only awarded to those who meet all academic and attendance requirements. Secondly, on obligations, all financial and project obligations must be cleared prior to certification. Thirdly is on ceremony. While not always mandatory, participation in the physical graduation ceremony is highly encouraged. Please note it's mandatory to attend all the sessions before. This is just for the graduation ceremony. Yes. On disciplinary action and amendments, our first rule and regulation is on disciplinary measures. Violations will result in warnings, suspension, or dismissal from the program. Secondly is on the right of review. Management reserves the right, management being us, GPF Kenya, the management of GPF Kenya. We reserve the right to review misconduct cases individually. On program amendments, policy updates, the program management reserves the right to update rules and regulations when necessary, and fellows will be notified of any changes through official communication channels. These are the rules and regulations of the cohort 6 of this President Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award. Please do make sure you adhere to them. Thank you very much for your time. I will then hand over back to Mr. Vincent.
So thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for the elaborate presentation. So I'll call upon Mercy, who will be also keen on quality assurance with regards to we get graduates who have gone through this program 100%, attended the sessions, and able to complete the assignments on time, because we want to ensure that this process is of integrity and of credibility. So Mercy, kindly retaliate on what Elizabeth has highlighted. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vincent. I believe, and thank you, Elizabeth, for that. You've really been able to elaborate.
Kindly increase the volume a bit, Mercy. Thank you.
Okay, I'm saying thank you. Am I now clear, Vincent?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. I'm saying thank you, Elizabeth, for that. I will just start by saying that these guidelines are designed not as restrictions, but they are here to help us create a respectful, productive, and supportive learning environment for everyone. Because I believe that each participant here will play a very important role in upholding those rules and regulations. And this is going to help all of us to foster a positive and meaningful experience, and also for the entire group. We all know if rules are not there, people can decide to behave however they want. So I just want to, Elizabeth was very clear, so I'm really not going to reiterate, but I'm going to add that, remember, you're representing the Chandaria Legacy Award. Remember, as a fellow, you are representing the Chandaria Legacy Award. This means that you're going to represent yourself as a professional, someone with very, very good values, and someone who is influential. So I'll encourage you, see yourself as a brand ambassador. That is how people are going to view you. So remember, even the use of your social media. How are you going to use your social media? Are you going to use it to show impact or just an activity? So just remember that the purpose here is for us to become leaders. And trust me, by the time you leave the cohorts, you'll be able to be an ambassador. You'll be able to be someone of substance. You'll be able to lead. You'll be able to be a role model. You'll be able to be someone people are looking up to. So I just want to say that those rules are not here to scare you, but they are here to help us work as a team and achieve the main reason that we are here today, being the Chandaria Fellows, being intentional, and being able to position ourselves as a thoughtful leader. So thank you, and back to you, Vincent.
So thank you, Mercy. I would like you to just highlight your experience for the last session, and what award you got and what you're currently doing. So after Mercy has highlighted, Maxwell will be next, and then you'll be able to bring in Daniel. I can see Daniel is on board. So Mercy, please highlight.
So it's me again, Mercy. I promise to show my face the next time, but I just want to share a little story about myself. When I joined the cohort 5, I didn't join the cohort because I had everything figured out. No, I just joined because I really wanted to grow. I had passion of leading beyond myself, and then I also wanted to serve better and to be able to understand a lot of what I was able to get, even in terms of what the program was all about. But the first time I joined the program, I really didn't I really didn't know. I had not figured out what I really wanted. But then along the line, it was not just a workshop. It was not just a program. I was able to pay attention, and then it gave me a mindset shift. It also gave me character formation, and I was also able to even work when no one was watching, just to work for myself. And I believe that was a big thing for me because I was able to form my character, and also through the activities that we used to attend. Because along the line, I believe Vincent is going to share some of the activities that we used to attend. Like, for example, I attended the tree planting activities, and we went to several schools, including Lenana and also Brookshine. And during those activities, it is not just planting a tree, but it is seeing people collaborate, seeing people work together, and also being able to network. So through that, it really shifted my mindset, and also in terms of the values. So I just didn't see myself like the CV we normally send to organizations, but I was able to view myself in terms of character. Like, if the CV was not there, what else could put me into the next position? It was character. So we really attended those activities, and I can assure you that I attended almost all of them. I think I only missed out on one activity, and that is because I was doing my exams. And but all those other activities I was able to attend in person, and it was a very, very good experience. We also had activities on building great families, also on education, transforming the education sector, and it was impactful. The other thing that I can also talk about during my program is, I can tell you that it is really possible. The fellowship turned my ideas into actions. When I joined the fellowship, I joined as a postgraduate student, but then along the line, I didn't know there are so many things that can come in place. I then, along the fellowship, I just realized that leadership is about solving problems. I was very big on mental health advocacy. And through the program, I was able to start a community based organization to support mental health advocacy, awareness, and support. So I really did that. And I can, in that same year that I started the CBO, I have been able to train 165 men on mental health. I've been able to train CEOs and SACCOs chairman health workspace that happened at Sarova Woodlands in Nakuru. I've able to collaborate with others on grassroots level. I collaborate with a sister organization. She also won in cohort 1. So I collaborate with her. She's called Minds to Heart. I collaborate with also Maxwell. He will be giving his story. I've been able to also train high school teachers, and they were incoming BOG chairs also, with the incoming BOG chairs, and that was 102 of them. So, and many, 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 many others. I've been able to train in churches, I've been able to train in schools, and this has just happened because Global Peace and the Chandaria Awards Legacy, they gave me a platform, they mentored me, I collaborated, I attended those meetings, and through attending those meetings, they were my biggest asset, because it was not just a program where I received a certificate, but it was the people in the room. The people in the room made me be where I am today. And after the community-based organization, I was able to also register my own consultancy. So I run a consultancy and I do trainings, and that is where we give back to the community. So I can urge and say that, remember, it is the people in this room that are going to put you to the next level. It is not just about the certificate alone. It is about the network. It is about the mentors. It is about the partners that you're going to meet along the line. And I can tell you and I can assure you, you are in the right space. And I can tell you, after I won, we had during our period, we had
How much?
only for
What did you win? What did you win?
we won
Who attended?
75,000 Kenyan shillings, and it is towards Chandaria. Dr. Manu Chandaria is very big on tree planting. You can Google and see the work that he is doing and he has been doing. So because of that, like right now, I told you the people in the room are the ones that are going to put you to the next level. After I won, I collaborated with another Chandaria, fella who was with me in the same cohort. He's called Newton. So what we are doing right now, Newton is big. He has a farm in Ruiru. So Newton is planting seedlings, and we are using, because in this program you'll be taught how to be creative. So we are using milk packets. So we ask our friends, families to keep for us milk packets. So what we are doing, we are collecting the milk packets, and then we are planting the seedlings inside the milk packets. I'll be able to share with Vincent the video. Once you've registered, we'll be able to one day maybe play that video, and then you see what you're doing. So we've been able to do that. And then we've also been able to visit a children's home where we are going to plant the seedlings, and they agreed to give us space. So we will be transporting those seedlings probably next week, but one, so that those children there can also benefit. And this is because of the money that we were supposed to, that I won. And that's why I told you, you can't work in a silo. You win when you work as a team. So I can finalize by saying, I didn't win because I was the smartest. I won because I was consistent, because I was coachable, and because I was committed to serve. And it has really given me the long-term benefits where I'm able to network, where I'm leading with confidence, and where I'm getting opportunities. So I will urge and say, don't aim to attend the program, aim to transform yourself. And I will leave you with this. 4 of you will win in the next award. So who are they? Are you among them? Back to you, Vincent. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mercy. Thank you very much, Mercy. We really appreciate those human and success stories that you've been able to share. You could also share with them. We played a lot of football in community prison, with the Boston in the Boston Correctional Facility. There are
Yes.
those who are less than 24 years who are in jail. So we went
Yeah,
there
and
several
it's
times.
fun.
Yeah, we went there. Yeah.
And
So
it's also a rare opportunity, because for me, I had never gone to the prison, and it is not just easy to even enter the gates of prison. So
yeah.
Global Peace and this Chandaria Award made it possible. Thank you, Vincent.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate using the icons in the Zoom. Let's use the Zoom effectively. Tumpigie makofi. Nataka kuona makofi kwa screens hapa. Ma reactions. Najua watu kama Maxwell bado wanang'ang'ana kujua hii system inatumikaje. Ukienda hapo kwa reaction kwa participants hapo katikati ya chats, kuna kama makofi, unaweza piga makofi hapo. Najua si millennials tunang'ang'ana, lakini tuko tu sawa. Pressure tuliachia maji ya kanjo, sawa. So to the next presenter is one of my good friends, mentor, the pioneer of the President Fellowship Program, the winner in Cohort 1, Maxwell. The floor is yours. Asante.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I think I'm audible enough.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, we can hear you very well.
All right. I want to start by appreciating everybody who is into this orientation that we are having as we welcome the 6th cohort under the Manu Chandaria or Chandaria's award legacy. I think as Vincent was mentioning about the brain behind or how the journey started, I think we were the first persons. Sometimes we call ourselves pathfinders, and if you're a pathfinder, it is always a challenge for you to exercise or to implement it. Is like everything you're starting from the scratch. You don't have somewhere to do a reference. But where I'm seated as the first cohort, I feel okay. I feel humbled and honored if we are now talking of the 6th cohort. Maybe before I give my few stories, just in a few, I just have some 6 sentences that I can, maybe words I can give to the new cohorts, the 6th cohort that are coming in. Number 1, as you're coming in, you are the pathfinder of a new legacy. Remember, Chandaria Legacy Award is something that is branding itself, and it doesn't brand itself. You and me, we are the people who are ready to brand it. Now, as you're coming in, you come in as a pathfinder of this new legacy that we are talking about, the Chandaria Legacy Award. The number 2, you are not just chosen, you are chosen for a purpose, not a position. I'm telling you for free, if you're coming in for the purpose of having a position, you are in a wrong place. Come in with a purpose, not just being in a position as a presidential fellow for the particular county you're representing. The number 2, you're coming to represent Chandaria Legacy Award in action. You're not just coming to represent, but you're coming to represent Chandaria Legacy Award in action. We want to see, because as you're coming in, there's some small statements you're giving, what you're doing, and what you're doing is the one that attracted the panelists to consider you to come on board so that you can have now a platform to showcase what you're doing. Now you're coming to represent Chandaria Legacy Award in action, not just being there as a presidential fellow for that particular county you're coming in. The number 2, we lead with integrity, humility, and courage. For you to lead, you need those. You need to collaborate with those 3. There should be courage, there should be humility, and there should be integrity. Then we'll say you are a leader. Then lastly, second last, together you are strong, not you alone. Even in the county you're leading, you can't do it alone. It means you must have your collaboration from the ward level, sub-county level, that will help you to know what are the problems that need to be solved in that county, because you are going there as an image or a mirror to reflect what your county is. Now, if you want to move and if you want to make it together, you are strong. Then lastly, I said I had 6 points to give you first before I give you a short story of me. The future is watching your step. Now, as you're doing your stuff in daily activities, you engage yourself as a presidential fellow, just know that the future is watching your step. What you do now will tell what happens tomorrow. Now, as you're doing your stuff, just know that your future is watching, the future is watching your step. I think I had not introduced myself. I'm Maxwell Okochi. I was the first. Initially, we were called county ambassadors. Then in line, or after some times, now it changed to presidential fellow, and which it is a brand. It is a brand. Now I was among the first presidential fellow, and I was in charge of Kilifi County. I think my journey with Global Peace Foundation started in 2019. I had brought my scouts in State House. There's something called Patrons Day at State House. We always have some scouts. Those who have done wonderful job in their localities, they always assemble at State House to be celebrated. And I had a team that I had brought at State House, and one of my friends saw me coming in and all those, and said, "We must pass by now." Sharing what I was doing in Kilifi. Professional, I'm a teacher, and I integrate my teaching career with engaging students and nurturing talents. One of it being scouting, the drama, I'm also a coach. I coach basketball, and through this networking of Global Peace Foundation, I've started up my club for basketball here in Nairobi, and it is working, because it is like, if Maxwell is the one running this, then it is something authentic. Then number two, Ayako has mentioned about so far we are talking around almost 19 tree nurseries that Manu Chandaria has aided for the purpose of achieving the 15 billion trees. The first tree nursery that was established under the 19, I was the pioneer of the first tree nursery in Kilifi at a place called Ribe Methodist Church. Then 2022, the third tree nursery that was established, it was at Nairobi Primary, where I was teaching as a teacher. Now, the time I left Kilifi and came in Nairobi, and I looked at the place, and I felt this is a nice place where we can do the tree nursery that will help us now plant several trees here in Nairobi. And based on what I had done in Kilifi, they had no doubt, because they believed if the one for Kilifi, it is still there up to now, meaning the one of Nairobi will work better. And they gave me that honor, and they listened to my appeal. And as we are talking of the almost 19 tree nurseries, I sit here as a first cohort presidential fellow, having pioneered 2 tree nurseries that is advocating and is pushing towards the 15 billion trees. Through the Global Peace Foundation, I'm also currently serving as a Secretary for Environment, Kenya Youth Federation, based on the experience and all that I've done in the Global Peace Foundation, especially when it comes to environmental matters. Kenya Youth Federation felt that it is right that I take up that docket, and I try to propel it. After all, it is all about ensuring that our environment is green, and we can't battle out. That's why I'm there. Then there's this program called Chacho Goes Green, the one headed by Daniel Churchill, that is Ndambuki. As he was launching the program, I was honored to be one of the panelists at Western Hotel as directors were seated, all those stakeholders. It is because of what Global Peace Foundation had impacted into me. And I took it as a passion, and I took it as a way to my success. It was like a limelight to show me the success that I was soldiering towards. Now, as you come in, don't just come in, as I said earlier, don't just come in as, I'll have a title as a presidential fellow for instance, Kilifi. No, just know that you have been chosen for a purpose, and the purpose that made you to be chosen is what you have been doing. Now they're giving you a wider platform where now you can showcase what you've been doing at low scale, now at larger scale, and under the support. And I'm telling you for free, if you're having something tangible, with Global Peace Foundation, with the aid of Chandaria Legacy Award, you won't regret. You won't regret. And probably as the year will be coming to an end, as we'll be now celebrating the 1 year of your training, you will sit somewhere and say, indeed, during that day of orientation, we were told we should not just be there in terms of being in position, but we are there because of a purpose. Then I've also decided to, you see, being in the Scout umbrella in the seniority leadership, I felt that many youths, they end up taking routes that are not wise enough. Now I decided to open up my crew, an open group of youths where we engage, especially in terms of community service. In scouting, there's this group called Rovers, those who are in universities, colleges, or someone has just finished colleges but is still within 26 years and below. Now, those are the programs we do, and I want to appreciate our CEO, Bwana Daniel. He gave my youths a platform last 2024 as we were having a program here in Kenya for all the global leadership. They're the one who mounted the Guard of Honor, and it was inspected by the head of civil servants, that is Honorable Felix Kosgei. And there's an initiative we are doing called generating trees from garbage. And he asked for our proposal. Things are running. I know they'll be fine soon, but it was because of that platform that they had to mount the Guard of Honor for that event. Then lastly, as I end this, once you have an opportunity, serve. And believe opportunity comes one. This is the 6th cohort, and I was the 1st cohort. The reason why I still feel proud to be the 1st cohort of the Global Peace Foundation. Now, currently, we are talking of Chandaria Legacy Award. It is because there are many benefits that I've gotten through this. And I'm telling you for free, once you are under this umbrella, there is more of networking. Don't look at what am I going to get here. You know, if you come with the mindset like, oh, I'll be paid. No, it is what you are going to get here, the leadership skills, the networking. As I want to echo on what Marcia said, that she came in just not basically knowing why she's in. Maybe she heard of, hey, we always have presidential fellow. But now as she was exiting last year, she can now testify just 1 year. If that is a testimony for 1 year, and she was among the 5th cohort, how about the one who is talking to you of the 1st cohort? Now, come in with a passion of networking, learning. There is learning, unlearning, and relearning. Once you come with that motive, I believe as the graduation will be on, you'll be like, I've gained something. And as Marcia said, there's some programs we do. We always give back to the society with the group I've just mentioned about the open group for youths. Every December, we do a program for Children's Home. And last year, her CBO was part of the CBO that joined that program that we had. And lastly, when you're here, network, know your friend. If someone in Kitui know what they're doing in Kitui, know what the others are doing in Mandera. If possible, as Vincent said, move. Don't just be, if you are from Kilifi, don't just be like, I'll do my programs in Kilifi. Go, if there's a program in Busia, just go. See what people are doing in Busia, learn some few stuffs, and you'll come to do it in your county. And that's how we learn, and that's how you grow. And I believe, having said so, I don't have much to say. Maybe if I've forgotten something, Ayako will elaborate more as I hand over back to you, Bwana Vincent.
Okay, thank you very much. Tupigie Mr. Maxwell makofi. So you can see Mr. Maxwell has been very instrumental in ensuring that wherever he goes, there has to be a Chandaria tree nursery. So for those who don't know about the Chandaria tree nursery, it's a nursery worth 800,000 shillings with the capacity to produce 100,000 seedlings every year. So the composition of the distribution of the nurseries are 30% fruit trees, 10% exotic trees, and 60% indigenous trees. Why the Chandaria Tree Nursery? So that the school can be able to sell the seedlings, so that needy and brilliant children in the school cannot be sent home because of lack of school fees. By selling, even if they are selling each seedling at 50 bob and there are 100,000, that's a lot of money, isn't it? And then also the Chandaria Tree Nursery is geared towards also supporting the national clarion call of growing 15 billion trees by 2032. So thank you very much, Maxwell. I know in Ribe now they have Chandaria Forest. They are now producing honey, and the whole ecosystem have been transformed through that first tree nursery. So currently there are 20. Next one, which we are launching on the 22nd of this month, we have awarded it to Trufena Mudhoni, the one who broke the Guinness Book of Record of the longest marathon of 72 hours hugging a tree. So we'll be with her on the 22nd, launching the 20th tree nursery in 16 counties. Now, I see my CEO is here. So Daniel, we want to take this opportunity to welcome you, to officially introduce them yourself and also give us the vision why the President Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award. Karibu Daniel. Thank you. Kindly unmute, Daniel.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you very well. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Vincent, the team, those who spoke before me. My name, as you heard, is Daniel Juma. I am currently the Africa Regional Representative of the Global Peace Foundation. I also lead the Kenyan team. And it's my pleasure to welcome you today to this orientation. On behalf of the Global Peace Foundation, who are the organizers of the President's Fellowship and the Chandaria Legacy Award, I'm deeply honored to welcome all of you to the sixth cohort of the President's Fellowship. I want to congratulate each and every one of you. Your selection is not accidental. It reflects your potential and your commitment to service and your readiness to lead at a time when our communities and our continent and indeed our world are in great need of principled leadership. The President's Fellowship was established with a clear purpose to nurture moral and innovative leaders who contribute and who combine competence and character with vision, with values. At the Global Peace Foundation, we believe that sustainable transformation begins with leadership anchored in integrity, responsibility, and a deep commitment to the common good. This fellowship will challenge you to think beyond titles and position, and instead focus on impact. You will be exposed to mentorship, experiential learning, and community engagement designed to sharpen your ability to identify real problems and develop innovative and practical solutions, especially in areas such as climate change, social cohesion, and sustainable development, and also entrepreneurship. So as fellows, you are expected not only to innovate, but to lead morally, to act ethically, and to serve selflessly, and to place people at the center of your leadership journey. Innovation without values is incompetence. Values without action, are ineffective. This fellowship brings those two together. As you begin this journey, I encourage you to embrace learning, collaboration, and service. Use this platform to grow and to build networks and to commit yourselves to becoming leaders who uplift others and who leave lasting legacies to their communities. So once again, I welcome you to this 6th cohort of the President's Fellowship and the Chandaria Legacy Award. And we're proud to walk the journey with all of you and look forward to positive change that you will create. As I conclude, I just want to say that leadership, basically, and I've given so many lectures on leadership, a leader must have a vision, and I believe each and every one of you have a vision. A vision basically is your personal constitution. Who are you? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to be? And once you have the vision, a leader has to be able to convince other people to embrace that vision. For example, the president of Kenya, he had a vision, which he called the plan. Then he convinced Kenyans to vote for him, and now he's the president. So is you. You can also be a leader. The President Fellowship, we are saying that anybody can be a leader because anybody can serve. You only need the will, the vision, and the heart to serve. But if you look at some of the people who have created real impact in the world, people like Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela looked at apartheid, and he was pissed off by apartheid. He didn't like it. But what did he do? He just did not sit down and complain or embrace some defeatist attitude. No. Mandela, did something about what he did not like. The same to Martin Luther King. He didn't like the problem of racism in America, but he did not complain, sit down and blame someone or cry to God, but he did something about it. And so is Mother Teresa, the great humanitarian, the charity lady from India, who was really, showed some empathy towards people who were suffering. And today, everyone's talking about Mother Teresa, everyone's talking about Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela. But even look beyond Jesus Christ, the things that he did when he was on earth at those days are what is within the Bible in the New Testament. So we are saying that, what about you? What do you want to be? Why were you born? Were you an accident? Or were you born to create some change? So you are today basically walking this journey to create a legacy. We're saying that you're not too young to be great. You're not too young to be great. The moment you have become an adult, because the goal of life is to become an adult, and the world is waiting for you, to engage with it as an adult. When you are no longer a child, you basically become an adult. So what kind of an adult are you going to be? Are you going to be an adult that keeps complaining, that keeps blaming people for your problems, that falls under the weight of challenges? Or can you embrace challenges and use those challenges to actually grow better? If you have had those who have been, for example, in the army, the moment you get enlisted in the army, the hard work starts. The training, the endurance training. Just 2 months ago, I heard that one person died during the training in Eldoret. So the military training, is what actually strengthen, the soldiers to become who they are. Your point. So in life also we believe that you need to go through some training. You need to go through some training. And some of these trainings are really, really difficult. But think about it. What our ancestors went through, what we have today, what today we call challenges, what Gen Z is called challenges in 2024, actually pale in comparison to what your parents went through, to what your grandparents went through, to what your great-grandparents went through. Those people were running against, they were running away from, slavery. They were being hunted down to be sold as slaves. Just imagine. Look at the challenges that they had. Really, really, grave. and you can't compare that to the challenge that we have today. But even after that, our parents, after when colonialism came, it was very, very crazy. Colonialism came with apartheid, and our parents had to with that. I remember my dad fought in the Second World War. That means they were being taken from here and they were taken abroad to fight in Burma, and some of them were dying there and all that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that life is never without challenges. And what we have today, for example, me, when I was growing up, going to school, I went to school on feet, on foot, right? So without shoes, we didn't have electricity, like you guys have, we didn't have, vehicles. We were just going to school on feet. And sometimes, no kind of food that we have today. Your point. So, and those are the things that built me. I looked at those challenges and convinced myself that I really need to work hard and run away from that. If I don't like that problem, I really need to work hard and improve my situation. So you are here today, and someone says that if you are not hungry, you never go to look for food, So in life, what is your hunger? What is your pain? What makes you angry? You have to decide what makes you angry. What are you running away from? But if you're born in a rich family with everything, maybe you have everything and maybe you have no reason to work hard. And you find that statistics show that families where parents are providing for everything, those kids actually never succeed in life because they have everything that they want. But those kids who have gone through problems, those who have gone through challenges, or maybe those who have been orphaned, or maybe those who live in slums like Madare or Kibra, they take their work seriously. They take opportunity. Whenever they get opportunity, they run after it. When we were growing up, we didn't have this kind of mentorship that you have today. Your point. So whenever I got opportunities, when I go to a conference, I was always looking for an opportunity, and somehow that is basically what made my pathway. You know my point. So your challenges is what should make you. You need to use your challenges as stepping stone to life. Look at what is going on in other countries. Look at America today. Look at, I don't know what about ICE, immigration, chasing immigrants, out of their country. Some of those immigrants are from Africa. But why Africa, leaving Africa, to go to those countries? So you go to those countries, this is the place where you are free. Africa is the youngest continent, and our youth is actually our biggest resource. We don't have the gold that the DRC has or other countries have, like China. So our goal is our youth, So what I always say, and what I always say whenever I'm in talking to even government bureaucrats, is that this is our most precious, resource, the youth. But what do we do with it? So if we invest in the youth, we make them innovative. We teach them entrepreneurship. We teach them about leadership. We teach them about workforce readiness. When you graduate from school, you need to learn how to write a CV. You need to learn how to appear for an interview. You need to learn how to behave in the workplace. So many people are not taught these things. So these are the kind of things that we're teaching you. So in this fellowship, we are also going to be taken through the workforce readiness, platform, which I actually came up with in conjunction with Sunrise Virtual School, which takes you through a step-by-step module on how to be ready for work. You get my point? When you graduate, you don't know how to write a CV. You're going to learn that every module you take, and you print your certificate. So the platform is workforce readiness, www.workforcereadiness.ac. You're going to see how to be able to write your CV, how to be able to approach the employment workplace, how to be able to behave in the place of work. There are people when they come, when you're working, you have been hired in a new place. When you find maybe you're a guy and you find ladies there, you start treating those ladies like they're your girlfriends. You don't know that these are your colleagues. So how do you behave? So these are the kind of things. You find someone gets a job and then he loses it after 2 weeks because he doesn't know how to behave in the in the place of work. So this is some of the things that you get to learn, and you so that you become safe. Whenever you're working, so that you can be able to be a better person. Yeah. So I think it's a very good opportunity for you. You're gonna be exposed to a lot of things. You're gonna be exposed to our international network. Our foundation has various branches all over. We are based in the USA. We also have more than 20 chapters, including Japan, Korea, Malaysia, so many. If you Google globalpeace.org, you can see basically the things we do. So thanks to Dr. Manu Chandaria as our patron in Kenya, we have now the Chandaria Legacy Award, and we started this 5 years ago, and we have been doing it. And thanks to Chandaria every year gives some cash token, to appreciate those fellows who are working very, very hard. So I think this year, the top students were able to go home with I think more than 50,000 shillings. And then the Minister for Youth added another one. So I think each one went through with around 75,000 shillings, just because of your hard work, just to thank you for putting all the efforts, to do your best. Yeah. So please, let's cooperate with the team here. Let's not complain. Let us just learn. Sometimes you know everything, but sometimes you agree to be taught. Just agree to be taught so that you can learn something new. But if you come with usually if you come with an empty cup, then it's get filled. But if you come thinking that you know everything, then you're not able to learn everything. Even for me, I'll keep learning. I keep reading a new book. Even when I learn with you guys, I'm sure I'm going to learn some new things from you guys. I'm sure some of you are doing great things wherever you are. So I want to thank you very, very much, and to welcome you. And I look forward to seeing how we can collaborate and to make you guys leaders. In 2050, some of us will not be here. Actually, in 2050, the president of Kenya today, the ministers, the MPs, all those in parliament today, they will not be in those houses. The people who will be in parliament, who will be leading this country, are you and some who are already in school. So we are asking, what kind of a leader are you going to be? So ours is to mold you to become a better human being, so that when you are leading in 2050, we will hope that you will be leading us better than those who are leading us today. So I thank you so much, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate Mr. Daniel Juma. Mr. Daniel Juma is the Africa Regional Representative and the Executive Director, Global Peace Foundation, Kenya. So you say great leaders do small things in a great way, and it can be done. You only need to play your part. So this is not the official orientation. So you remember I was handling so many applicants. So it's sometimes become quite tedious to be able to respond to them one by one. So I felt that it is important to have this platform to be able to address some of their queries. So just to add on what Daniel has mentioned, allow me to make a small presentation about the President Fellowship. So confirm if you are able to see my screen. Okay, so you're able to see. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. So the President Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award Program is geared towards developing the next generation of leaders who are able to live with integrity, purpose, and to live for the greater good. So I'll not talk about the GPF because I know my boss has already mentioned to you. But in brief, Global Peace Foundation Kenya works to promote value-based leadership, peace building, sustainable community development with a strong focus on youth empowerment. Through this flagship President Fellowship Program, GPF Kenya mentors and equips young leaders from across the country with leadership, innovation, peace building, community engagement skills. The program nurtures ethical service-oriented change makers who design and implement impactful initiatives addressing social and environmental and development challenges in their communities. So we've already mentioned to you about the President Fellowship Program. So the goal of the program is to cultivate a generation of moral and innovative leaders equipped with the ethical grounding, technical expertise, civic responsibility necessary to drive sustainable peace, social cohesion, and economic self-reliance within Kenya and the global community. So one is the objective one is to promote ethical foundation and social cohesion. Number two is, of course, to promote moral and innovative leadership and civic governance. So in this space, we learn about one, public participation, county planning and budgeting process, and how you can be able to promote accountability and transparency in your community. The other objective is to promote wellness and digital responsibility, the responsible use of social media, misinformation, disinformation. These are all aspects we are going to address. So how can we be able to use our social media responsibly? The other objective is innovation, climate, and sustainability. Here we'll also learn about how can we be able to take care of the environment. We will learn about the successful model of the Chandaria tree nurseries and how can we be able to work with existing tree nurseries to promote the aspect of tree growing and the realization of the national clarion call of growing 15 billion trees by 2032. So what are some of the contents? So in the next session, we'll be starting officially the training. Topic one will be the 3 basic life goals, basically on the aspect of promoting great leaders who are able to live for the greater good, that it is you to provide the change that you want to see. And then we'll talk about topic two, we'll focus on moral and innovative leadership training. Topic three, we'll also talk about the family as a school of love and the foundation for world peace. If you want peace to be in the world, peace begins in the family. In the family, the child love, there is the sibling, there is the couple, there is the parents. So if we have peace in the family, then we can be able to realize peace in the world. Topic four, we'll talk about the climate action. We talks about the Chandaria tree nurseries. Topic five, we'll talk about alternative dispute resolution mechanism, the ADR. Number six, we'll focus on responsible use of social media. We'll also address the emerging issues of mental health and wellness. Topic 8, we'll be able to train you how can you be able, after identifying these community problems, how can you come up with a funder proposal? So we'll also take you through resource mobilization and proposal development. Topic 9, we'll talk about public participation. Article 10 of the Constitution talks about principles of governance and national values. In order to promote accountability and transparency, we really need to know what is this animal called public participation and how can we take part in it. And then also topic 10, we'll talk about county planning and budgeting process. For us to be able to solve those particular challenges we've realized in the community, we need to know how the county planning and budgeting process works so that our priorities within the communities that we represent can be factored in the budgeting process. We'll also talk about community service learning. Here we'll have more of experiential learning. We will visit places, we'll do tree planting, we'll go to prisons. Will I be able to identify collectively what is this thing that we need to do? Is there a children home we need to go to? Is there a problem in a specific area that needs to be attended? So the fellows will be able to identify this in every quarter and will be able to come together to be able to solve this particular problem. Topic 13 will also train you on the business model canvas. If you want to start a business, what are the procedures? According to the Kenya Business Guide, you find 54% of new startups collapse within their first year. They don't live to see their first birthday. So why don't they live to see their first birthday? If 54% fail, why do they fail? One is because limited business knowledge. Number two is lack of market linkage. Number three is limited access, market linkage, market access. And number four is limited access to seed capital. So we'll be able to train you on a 10 module on business incubation and acceleration, focusing on ideation. From idea, you come up with a product. From a product, you come up with a business model canvas, which is here. From the business model canvas, you come out to compliance. How do you register a business? From compliance, even how do you register a community-based organization? From compliance, we'll be able to train you about sales, marketing, and branding. We'll train you relationship management. We'll train you about capital raising and pitching, financials and bookkeeping, and access to government affirmative action fund. So on climate action, these are some of the tree nurseries that on the climate action, these are some of the tree nurseries that we've been able to work on. I'm being told you're not able to see my screen. Let me reshare it again for you. Just a minute. On climate action, these are some of the tree nurseries that we've been able to set up through the Chandaria tree nurseries. And you can also see Shanil Luto participating in one of them. This could either be Alliance or Starehe Girls. No, this was Methodist Church in Ribe. And then in Namnyweda, Starehe Girls. We've been able to do a lot of them. So this is the graduation for last year, which was attended by the CS for Ministry of Youth Affairs, Honorable Salim Vuria. We also had the representation from Chandaria Foundation, Mount Kenya University, Daystar University, and various alumni that were able to benefit. The CS were able to award the winners 100,000, and Dr. Manu gave 200,000, close to 300 and something thousand for this particular program. The key partners in this is one, our CEO, Mr. Daniel Juma Omondi, who is the African Regional Representative and the Country Director, Global Peace Foundation Kenya. We have Dr. Manu Chandaria. We have also Professor Laba Nairo. We have Honorable Salim Vuria, who is very keen in this particular program. We also have worked closely with the Standard Media Group and also the CEO of TV47, among others. So we are looking forward to working closely with you. So that is to give you more information about this particular program, and then maybe to address some of your queries, some of the concerns you are raising. In this particular program, there is a registration fee of 4,000. We said 4,000 because this is cohort 6. So far, we've accelerated over 500 young people. Remember, this training was purely virtual. So cohort 5, cohort 4, and cohort 3 mentioned that there is need for a physical graduation. So we do 90% virtual, and then now the 10% will be physical, because when we are graduating, all of us, we really need to know who are these people who are process. So the 4,000 caters for the graduation or hospitality aspect, the issue of different places, we are able to use that particular budget. Branded President Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award Fellow. We'll also give you a lapel pin that you'll be able to put on your coat, branded President Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award. We'll also give you a branded badge. Allow me to show you the branded badge that we'll be able to give you. So one of the branded badge we'll give you is, this is one of it. You see, you can be able to see it. It's branded. So this one will help you to access any facility, any building facility, any corporate, any restricted area, because the President Fellowship is a recognized brand. So each and every one of you will be given this. We'll also give you a certificate of award, branded the President Fellowship Chandaria Legacy Award, signed by Dr. Manu Chandaria himself and also our CEO, Mr. Daniel Juma. So, and then the other bit is the training will run for 10 months. The training will run for 10 months. So in each month, we'll be having one session. Mostly they will be from 4 p.m. to around 5 p.m. So for 2 hours, 4, 5, 2 hours. And then after every 3 months, we'll be able to have some community service learning interventions where we'll all come together to be able to provide solutions that we face in the community. So those are some of the benefits that comes with it. So we are looking forward to this year working closely also with the Minister for the CS Youth, Ministry of Youth, the Chandaria Foundation, Daystar University. We normally do our graduations at Daystar University. This time round, I think we'll do it in Daystar University, Ngong Road, instead of at River, because we are looking at the numbers being very huge this time round. So I would like now to hand it over to you. I will give opportunity to 2 female and 2 male to ask questions, and then thereafter from next week, we'll not expect a lot of questions, but we'll expect a lot of learning and engagement. So this was to ensure that we put the house in order. We have been read the ground rules and regulations, and if you have any query, a personal question, please don't post it in the group. You rather inbox me, so that we really don't have a lot of conversation in the group that can be addressed separately. So that's why our first engagement today was netiquette. The netiquette requires that wherever we have an online engagement, you need to be logged in 10 minutes before time. When you're talking about presentations to be made, this presentation needs to be queued somewhere. You put them in a folder so that when the session starts, everything moves seamless. And then the other netiquette is the bit of once the presentation is being done, we request that all the microphones are put on silent. And when you want to react, you can use the reaction icon, which is in between the chat and the participants. You raise your hand and then we'll be able to respond to you. I know we are living in the digital era. We are constantly learning, but we'll be able to learn together to be able to use this particular platform effectively. So I'll give opportunity to 2 ladies and 2 gentlemen who will be able to ask questions, and will be able to respond to those particular questions. But meanwhile, we've also posted a registration link in the chat. So every session we will be registering, so that by the time we are graduating, is bona fide members who have gone through the sessions and have been consistent are able to graduate. So I open it up. Maybe if you have any question, you can just raise up your hand and I'll give you an opportunity. So I'll give 2 ladies and 2 gentlemen to ask questions and we'll be able to respond. Sarah, we have Sarah Gaido. Is there any other? I just want to pick them once so that we are able to use this platform. We have Sarah. Is there any other person? Please raise up your hand if you'd like any clarification. Yes, kindly share the registration link. Mike, please share the registration link again in the chat. Any other person who wants a question, who wants to ask a question? So Sarah, this is the opportunity to, I have a question. That is Flora. So from Sarah, we'll go to Flora. Gentlemen, I need 2 gentlemen now. 2 gentlemen, please raise up your hand so that I can give you an opportunity. I can see Mike has posted the registration link in the chat. You can register there. Flora, you already said you have a question. I'll give you an opportunity. I need 2 gentlemen. Gentleman number 1, please raise up your hand. I give you the opportunity. It seems gentlemen don't have any question. So Sarah, the floor is yours. Kindly ask for the question you have of it. Any comment, it's welcome. Asante.
Thank you, Vincent. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are very audible.
Okay, thank you for that clarification of the whole program for your team and the entire team at GPF. I really appreciate having this opportunity. I wanted to inquire about the sessions, or rather the classes, the frequency of the classes, the timing. Like for instance, I am doing my postgraduate in Daystar, and I'm supposed to be in class right now. So I'm wondering if the classes will be around this time for students who are doing evening classes. How do you go about that? Because I'd really want to be part of all the sessions. So I want to know if you consider those who are in class and maybe during the day, I'm sure there's those who are working. So how do you go about the sessions to ensure that one is not limited by factors that are beyond themselves? So I'd want to know the timing, the frequency, and if it considers those who are working, those who are in classes maybe during the day, in the evenings. So how do you go about that? So I think my question is more on participation and how inclusive it is given such dynamics. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. I've captured your question. I'll be able to respond. So, Flora, let me just take them once, and then I'll be able to respond once.
Good evening.
Good evening, Flora.
My question was, I wanted to request about the criteria that you use to measure like the winners.
Okay. The criteria used
Yeah.
to identify the winners. So that one is also captured. I'll be able to respond. Thank you. Admin,
Thank you.
I don't know. You have another question or it's only that one, Flora?
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry. My name is Flora Cherop from West Pokot County. I run Kapchikatat organization. We do more of climate action. We establish nurseries. So my question is, are we having classes daily or or we have some specific hours per week? Because in West Pokot County, we experience a lot of network connectivity. At least daytime, at least you go for a place, then you look for a network. So I'm requesting if maybe the timetable be shared in time so that I prepare myself. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you very much. I can see Cherop. Cherop, you've also raised your hand. Kindly ask the question.
It's me.
Oh, it's you. Are you
Yeah.
the same one using the gadget branded admin?
Yes, I'm the same person. Sorry.
Okay, now you've corrected your name. Thank you very much. So I'll start by responding to the timing. So remember, we have 13 topics, which we have 10 months. So we already have a training manual. You also have a training schedule in place that will be able to guide our engagement. So in the training schedule, we'll be able to see which date. So we were proposing we do every Friday, not every Friday, once per Friday. The timing is from 4 to 5 p.m. So it is not very rigorous. We paced it. It's a flexible kind of a training. So it's the last Friday of every month from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. And I will be able to share the training schedule in the WhatsApp group so that all of us are able to book our calendars. I apologize in advance and you'll bear with me. Remember, we are in the month of February, so don't be surprised if you see some topics. In a month, we do like 2 Fridays so that we are able to align. So I think the first 2 months, we'll be able to do 2 Fridays per month, so that we just cascade one session per month. Because I know we are working, we are busy, but time is never there. Time is created. Oh, so we'll always do maybe from around 5 to around 5:30. So we want it to be like 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. So a good teacher always know how to summarize. But my background is education, linguistic literature. So you summarize it. So if you can be able to summarize it within a span of 1.5 hours, then that will be done. We'll have more of assignments which will be given. So this assignment will be submitted so that we are able to ensure that we get feedback whether learning is taking place. So we'll be having one session every last Friday of the month. but the first 2 months will be able to cover a few topics, or the first month will be able to cover, first 2 months will be able to cover 2 Fridays per month, beginning this particular month. So I'll be able to share the training schedule before Friday. You'll be able to have the training schedule. I believe I've answered a bit of timing and the frequency. And then the criteria for selecting the winners. So towards the tail end of the program, we normally have calls for proposals. So these calls for proposals are geared towards supporting you. This program is for young people or individuals who are transforming the community. You see a problem and you get annoyed, you want to fix it. My boss always said, get annoyed, get furious, and start fixing the problem instead of defining the problem. Be the solution in any room, anywhere you are. When people are complaining, oh, this guy is doing, you be the voice of reason, be the solution. So we'll have a call for proposal, which will be able to award 4 outstanding fellows with innovative ideas on community transformation. It can be on climate action, it can be on mental health. So we normally have a panel of judges who reviews these applications, and the winners are always given the cash awards, which is in form of a grant to accelerate what they do. So that is how we normally select our applicants. And for you to be in this platform, the advert from last year and this year, the deadline was 31st of January. From November last year up to now, that's why some of you are in this particular platform. So I believe I've been able to answer the question. And then for the payment of the 4,000, please remember, we are going to have a physical graduation, and we want to really make it bigger and better. There is what Dr. Manu will support. I don't know, but we want to show him that we are already ahead. If he's going to give us the cash awards and the CS, we'll be able to add it on top of what we have to be able to award your ideas, to accelerate your ideas to the next level. So I know some of the comrades said the timing for the payment of the 4,000 is very short. So we've given you a flexible repayment schedule of around 4 months. So every Friday, every month, you can be paying 500 shillings, 500 shillings. So by the time you are graduating, we are already there. Because when you come for the graduation, you need to bite something, isn't it? We will need to ensure that if we are being collected from town, there is a bus collecting you from town to the graduation venue and back to the central point. This basically, they always say, failing to plan is planning to fail. So remember, this program is Chandaria Legacy Award. With or without Dr. Manu Chandaria, many years to come, we would like to have more people like Chandaria who are problem solvers in our community. So it is not punitive. It is just a way of ensuring that we, the people, the Kenyan community, are able to celebrate one of our own before, God forbid, before it transcends to another world. Even me, I'll go to the other world. Maybe one day you'll be having Vincent Ayago Legacy Award. I'll be more than happy. Maybe you'll have Cherop Legacy Award. Maybe you will have Munene's Legacy Award based on what we do. We want to celebrate each and every one of us when we are alive. And it is a challenge to all those billionaires, those philanthropies, to believe in the young people, to invest in the ideas of the young people. So we've started in our small way as Global Peace Foundation and Chandaria Foundation, and also the Ministry of Youth Affairs, and they are coming. We are reaching out to the Youth Development Fund Office, Wezo Fund Office, NGAF, National Government Affirmative Action Fund Office, and even the Nyota. We are going to reach out to them to bring them to you, to ensure that they believe in your vision and they believe in your idea, and they support you to accelerate the small things that we do. They say great leaders do small things in a great way. So thank you very much. I don't know if there is any other one burning question or comment before we call it a day. Yes, I can see Neville. Neville, the opportunity is yours now. You can ask your question. Neville? Obupa. The floor is yours.
I was asking,
yes,
what are the things that one can do so that he or she can be limited from graduating?
Come again. That question is very tricky. Kindly ask again.
Or is graduation automatic, or there are some things that can hinder someone from graduating?
Of course. I like this question. You must be a Gen Z, isn't it? A Gen Z unajua ni hatari, eh? Nishakuonea 18 wewe. So if you are keen, umeona pale kwa registration, tumeanza na registration ya leo. See, remember when you go to lecture classes, the lecturer comes with attendance list. So we'll be able to have a checklist: attendance, task accomplishment, participation, you participating in the community experiential learning, community experiential learning, and other things. Also the proposal bit, when we ask you to apply, we also see. So we have a checklist, and our quality assurance is here. Mercy Okemo. Mercy, unasikia Gen Z venye anajaribu kukuchorea hapo.
Neville, mi ni mtu wa quality assurance. I'll know if you've attended classes. I'll know if you've done your assignments, because I'm keen on that, so that I'll be able to give a report before you graduate. Yeah, though for you to be able to graduate, there will be a report coming from my side to say that you're fit for graduation, because of you finishing 90% of your assignments and you being able to attend class.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And on time.
Thank you bro. Lakini usijali. Pressure tuliachianga mejia kanjo, sawa?
Kabisa.
So we will agree to disagree to
Relax.
agree. Relax. Hii platform mazee sio kizungu mingi. Tunataka tu yani vijana wachangamke. They be the solution that they want to see. You start your things in your small way, isn't it? Najua macomrade wamesoma hapo, wamejaribu kuwa na some interventions they need to do, and they only need support. They only need a platform. So as we've created this platform, you can be a young person, you can be above the youth bracket kama mimi, niko hapo kwa boda hapo. Unajua every time, hata kama tukiwa vijana leo, kesho lazima tutakuwa wazae, si ndio? So kuna kitu kunayo, you want somebody to really support you. What is it that you are currently doing? Isn't it? What is it that you're currently doing? Me, I'm here coming from Nyando, but I'm helping my flood people to overcome flood and adopt climate smart innovation in my small way. So even you, where you're coming from, in the village where you come from, in the community where you are living, there are problems that you are seeing people going through. What is it that you can do to solve that problem? So I think I've been able to answer that particular question. Just a reminder, we put the registration link in the chat. Please ensure that you've been able to capture your attendance, because tumeanza kumonitor the bit of wale wenye watagraduate before hata to graduate. Tumeanza mapema. So we'll also do some baseline survey. So the baseline survey will be able to ensure that we also track knowledge, change of knowledge, practice, and attitude. So the next session before we start, we'll fill in a baseline survey tool to be able to know where are we, so that even as we come up with this intervention, we are addressing the needs of the young people. So I think I've been able to answer the questions. To some of you who are in the group, I try to be as diplomatic as possible. And also with my colleague Elizabeth, we'll try to be as diplomatic, friendly as possible, but we'll be friendly and firm. So if you have any concern, please, as I mentioned, we are going not to leave anybody behind. Let the registration fee not be a hindrance. That's why we've come up with a flexible repayment plan. If a comrade, if a Gen Z, if that young person saw the advert and applied, why should you deny that person an opportunity? So we have given each and every person who made an effort to apply an opportunity. The registration should not be an hindrance. Reach out to me. We will be able to have this flexible repayment plan. That's why those who reach out to me informed us, because we had said the registration fee should be paid by the end of this month. But since we are also listening to the concerns of the audience that we're trying to reach, we said we are going to be flexible. And that's why we came up with the flexible repayment plan. So thank you very much. Maybe one comment from one parting shot or one vote of thanks from one of the audience. Yes, Mercy?
There's a question on the chat. Flora is asking, is everyone going to be awarded some grant, or it's only the top 4?
So the ones who are going to be awarded the grant, we currently stand at 4. But if we get more support, we can extend that to more. But currently, what we assure you is 2 female and 2 male. Come up with a unique innovation, looking at the community where you are coming from. Something when you go back to the village really annoys you. Come up with a solution to that. You can start with your small way with 75,000. It can be 100,000. We were going to see if we can be able to even accelerate it. But as per now, look at the community where you're coming from, identify a solution. So as you're going through the program, start thinking of that idea. Because towards the tail end, a month to, we will tell you to submit your proposals. And then we'll be able to review those proposals and we'll be able to announce the winners who are going to get this grant to accelerate their interventions. I believe I've answered that, Mercy. Is there any other?
Yes, thank you, Vincent. You've answered. There's a question from Victor, but I don't know why I cannot read all of it. It's saying, thank you for the introduction. My question is about the community initiatives. Is the organization supporting, or is it funded by the fella?
So the community, yeah, thank you. So we normally, like for instance, one of the fellows said there are young people who are in community prison. These are young people who are arrested and they are 24 years and below. They are called Boston Correctional Facility. So we said, what can we do? We started some mentorship program. We went there like 3 times, engaged with them. And during the visit, we normally go with a small donation. So as the program, we also come up with a package, and then also the fellows, not a must. If you also want to chip in a small way to complement what we have, then we are able to use what we have to provide a solution to those young people. You can imagine there are these young guys who are 24 and below. Nobody visits them in prison. And you can imagine at 24, you're already in prison. Which kind of a life do you expect that person to live, especially the girls? Because they're girls and boys in different institutions. They are in committee but separated. So what can we do? So we go there and you adopt someone. So you make it a responsibility that every month or every quarter, you go check on that person until that person gets out of prison. I know they're always in prison for 3-4 years. So you make it your responsibility that you're working with someone to overcome the challenges that they face. Maybe it's a group of young mothers somewhere who are doing their things in a small way. Maybe it's a children home that is supporting children living with disability or children who are epileptic. Maybe we want to go to do tree planting. Maybe we need to go to Ngong Hills and do mountain climbing and think about life and come up with solutions or interventions that we want to do. So to some extent, the program is going to support the bit. That's why we are charging this cost. So when you're going there, we get the transport, we fuel the car, the snacks that we're going to eat. If you're going to do a small donation there, we come up with some innovations. We come up with some contribution to support the process. But I know most of these visits, as the President Fellowship, will be able to come up with a solution to address those particular problems. Remember, when you go to the community, we are going to be to provide solutions. So in the process, we get partners here and there who support, and also as we come in a small way to ensure that we solve those particular problems. I believe I've answered that. So Waswahili wanasema kila kitu kianzacho, hiyo ni Kiswahili, yenye kuna mwanzo lazima kiwe. Elizabeth, wewe ndio wa Tanzania wasemaje? Kila kitu ambayo iko na mwanzo lazima kiwe na mwisho, si ndio? Na wanasema kila kitu ni vizuri iachwe na utamu wake, usingoje mpaka utamu uishe. Kumbe najua Kiswahili ni sawa. Poleni. Speaking Kiswahili is like committing suicide, bwana. You'll bear with me. So thank you very much. Any member who wants to give us a parting shot? I can see John Nganga. John, you remember your name is in the Bible, John the Baptist. So the floor is yours, my brother. John?
Hi everyone.
Hi John.
I had a question lakini I was commuting so time ikanipita kidogo, speaker akaenda, but I wanted to ask from the name the President Fellowship.
Chandaria Legacy Award, yes.
Legacy Award, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This name President, how
Yes.
is it linked to this entire program? Because I don't know where it's coming from. Is it related to the President of the Republic of Kenya or something?
This one, on that one, I would like to call upon my CEO, Daniel Juma, who is the pioneer of this program, to be able to highlight before I come in. So Daniel, if you're here.
Yes, hello. Yeah. So I know that's a very good question. So
Yes.
this fellowship was we took after President Obama, the early fellowship that was initiated by President Obama. That is what inspired us. I was a mentor at the yearly fellowship, but then Obama basically was an American president, and we said, why do we need an American president to mentor African leaders? And so we created this as a platform to be able to, it's a platform for African leaders, not just presidents. So it's a platform for African leaders to be able to mentor the next generation of leaders. So that you can be the president of a country, the president of a company, the president of, name it, like Dr. Chandaria, we have had the president of Global Peace Foundation when we started it. And so we want you guys to aspire for the highest. You know my point? We want you guys to be presidential. We want you to aspire for the highest. So I won't be surprised if some of you here become presidents in future. So basically, that is the inspiration behind it. Yeah, but right now, of course, because when we started, it was during the Uhuru Kenyatta administration, and then we were always getting someone from the office of the president to come and speak to the youth. Eventually, and this is because of the meeting we had with the CS for Youth. So eventually, we will be able to get, the intention is to have even the president to be able to meet with these fellows, host them at State House, and be able to inspire them. You know, my point. But we don't want to tie it to one president. No, it has to be, it has to be, how do you call it? It has to be generational, and it has to be aspirational. Yeah. So basically, that is what it is. Yeah. There's no tie to the president. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, John. Well answered.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much. So I would like to call upon you, John, now. Maybe you can just give us the closing remarks and also close it with a word of prayer. And we are looking forward to starting the session officially next week. I'll be able to communicate to you when in the group. Cherop, you have something?
I have nothing. I was to pray. Closing prayer.
Oh, you want to pray. So maybe you can give us a parting shot, and also maybe John give us a parting shot, and then Cherop will pray. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, fellows. As we start this program, I hope that God is going to allow the people who will start will finish together. Also, we want to thank the organizers for this program. It's a program. I've always in need to join a group where leadership is the talk of the day. I'm also happy. I've been a Rotaractor before, and I've seen most of the programs that we are having or we are going to engage align with what Rotary International always do. So it's a good initiative for the youth. We have solutions to problems, but what we've been lacking for so long has been a platform, and we really appreciate that we have a platform here. We're going to do some good work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nganga. You'll kindly reach out to me so that we can have a conversation. Next week there is a meeting about Rotary with a roundtable. Please reach out to me. You have my number, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
So, Cherab, kindly pray.
Let's believe and pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together today and for guiding us through this successful meeting. We are grateful for the knowledge shared, the ideas exchanged, and the opportunity to learn and grow. We pray for wisdom, clarity as we apply what we have learned. Place the Chandaria Award team, the facilitators, and all participants. May you guide our steps, strengthen our efforts, and open doors for positive impact in our communities. As we conclude, we ask for your protection, guidance, and your blessings. May all that you bring honor and positive change. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. So maybe you can now open your videos. You can open your videos so that Mike, you can take a screenshot, and then also Mike, you'll be able to share the recording in the group. I know maybe there are those who are engaged, and in the spirit of not leaving anybody behind, you'll be able to share the recorded video or the recording to the other members of the group to follow the conversation. So let's all open our videos. Mike, you can guide us through this process. Are you there, Mike?
Yes, I'm here. I am waiting for the videos to open.
Let's open all our videos. Are you able to see everybody?
Yes, some hawajafungua. For example, Sharon, Neville hajafungua, Caleb, Wanjala.
Wafungue. Okay, so in the count of?
In the count of 3, so in 1, 2, 3, you can smile for the photo. In 1, 2, 3, smile.
Yeah, you can put the peace sign. Haimaanishi tutaamini peace. Sawa. Hii ni peace.
Nice, thank you so much.
So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and may God meet you at your very point of need. And we said, Amen. Sindio?
Amen.